effective as well, especially in related project information, project related like implementation and support project. So first, I'm going to explain about the SAP methodology. So SAP methodology origin or came from the waterfall methodology. Okay. So SAP, the main purpose of this SAP methodology implementation becomes smooth and easier. So in order to use the SAP methodology very easy and without any issues. So in the such case, we can use this SAP methodology. And most efficient by using this SAP methodology. Most efficiently, effectively, we can utilize the time and quality of people and other resources, quality and people and other resources. So it is used to complete the project in time. So the main function of this ASAP methodology. So in order to complete this project in time, so we'll use this ASAP methodology. So ASAP methodology. So the name stands for the uh, accelerated ASAP methodology. Simply we can call it as the accelerated ASAP methodology. So by using ASAP methodology, project will completely slowly, less efficient than active methodology. Actually, we have two methodologies are there. SAP methodology recommend for the ECC version, and active is recommend for the S4 version. So comparatively, as a active methodology, it's very less as a methodology. So methodology is nothing but it is independent guidance, nothing but a roadmap. So activate methodology, so it's recommend for the S4 version, also called the agile methodology. So let's discuss what is waterfall methodology. So there is one. Okay. First, first, we need to investigate criminal investigation is there in waterfall methodology. So this mainly for the which is better and which software is customer need to go want to buy or want to use, and there's requirement analysis. What are the requirements to for the project planning? And next is system design. Based on the system requirement analysis, the customer will design the this project. And next is system development. And finally, testing. Once we develop the system, so uh, we need to do testings if any like issues or uh, any defects are there. Then finally, so system implementation and maintenance. Once the testing is done, if there is no issue with the system, then can ready to use the can maintain the system. Okay. So already told you. So SAP methodology is recommend for the ECC version. So this is replaced by the active methodology. So let's briefly explain the active methodology. So later on, so I'll explain the phases. What are the features involved in the both case in both projects. So this is a very important concept. Active methodology is mainly recommended for the S4 HANA version. Okay, so also used for the S4 HANA BW. BW means like business warehouse and SAP S4 HANA on premise and S4 HANA on cloud and SAP Hybrids, SAP Ariba, SAP success factors. So all these cases, so we can use this accurate methodology. So S4 HANA Hybrids is means it is B2B and B2C. B2B means business to business. B2C means business to customers. So they mainly used for the e-commerce. So e-commerce means I know all of nowadays uh, so, for going to purchase an online Amazon, Flipkart, any other company. So in that cases, so we'll use this S4 and IBX and SFA success factors. So this is mainly related to the HRM, human resource management. HR functions like HR transitions and recruitment for people performance. So in such cases, we'll use this HS success factors. So for this also, we can apply the accurate methodology. And next one is SA Pariba. So this is mainly used for the PTU process, procure to pay process. Okay. So accurate methodology is an urgent came from the agile methodology. Already I told you. So ASAP methodology came from the waterfall methodology, and the accurate methodologies came from agile methodology. So it is designed to based on user stories and the business requirement and sprint plans. So the first and foremost thing is activate methodology means simple words. It's a plan designed based on user stories and user business requirement and sprint plan. So later I'll explain you user stories or what is sprint plan. Okay, for the time being, just note it down. So it's mainly based on these user stories and business requirements. So it is applicable several SAP softwares. I told you like business warehouse and SAP on-premise, okay, and S4HANA and hybrids and e-commerce, SAP Ariba. For all these cases, you can use this accurate methodology. So based on SAP best practice and guided configuration methodology it is original. So accurate methodology. So design based on the three factors. One is the SAP best practices and guided configurations and methodology. So later I'll explain you what is this business practices and the guided configurations and methodology. It is mainly recommended with the S4HANA version. Okay, and phases I'll explain you later. Okay, and by using this accurate methodology, so project will complete in time and very fastly and more efficient than SAP methodology. So comparatively, so SAP methodology, so we can complete the project in time and very fastly and more efficient and more effective manner. Let's discuss what is sprint planning in accurate methodology. Accurate methodology is based on the sprint plan. Already told us business requirement sprint planning. So, so sprint one, so you can business requirement we can divide in sprint one, sprint two, sprint three. Again, so this sprint plans includes user story one, user stories like user story one, and sprint plan two, user stories two, and sprint plan three, user stories like that. Here, sprint plan means is like nothing but is a business requirement. That's it. So sprint usually so to complete in order to complete this sprint plan, so it will take so 2 to 4 weeks. And moreover, in the sprint plans, several so cross functional consultants actually will be involved, like MMHD, some other uh, consultants. And moreover, in the sprint plan and the accurate methodology, so project team also will be involved, like a finance consultant, MM consultant, SD consultant, and the project manager, Scrum master. So Scrum master means so for a weekly, so you will conduct like meetings, regular meetings, so to review the project. And so once you review this a project, then they will pass the information to the user. So there is the main functionality of a Scrum master and core business team and business analyst. So business analyst will requirement gathering to for the project planning, for project designing, and supervisor security, BW, BW is business users, and basis and ASAP interface teams. So all this will be involved in sprint planning in the accurate methodology. So we can activate the following some three factors by using this accurate methodology. So one is new implementation, system landscape information, and system conversion. Okay, implementation means new implementation means customer doesn't have SAP software, so he's going to first time use the SAP software. So that is comes under a new implementation, and new landscape transformation means like this is a replication, especially you can use in central finance. So 2 days back, I explained you about this topic. So this is comes under the central finance landscape transformation (SLT). So replicating so data from source system to the target system. So in such cases, so this comes under the in such scenario. Okay, and the next thing is a system conversion. System conversion means this is nothing but is upgrading. So the best example, so moving from 4G mobile to 5G mobile, like ECC version to the if you talk about the SAP context, moving from ECC version to the S4HANA version. And prefer phase in prefer phase, what are the so aspects will be involved, like This is comes under phases. I will explain later. So for the time being, I'll explain you what are the aspects will be involved in the prepare phase, like project related planning and activities, and project goals, and project objectives, and SLA. SLA means the service level agreement, and business requirement. Okay, so in business requirement, so many things will be involved, like code, this code team, memorandum of meeting, and email sign off planning. So all this will be involved in business requirements. And finally, so business sign off was we need to take with clients business sign offs and respect to project managers. These are the phases. Let's explain you one by one. Guided, wait, these are all things I will explain you. Okay, guided information, best practices. Best practices means this is the first pillar of SAP active framework. So consultant and customers can access the SAP best practice to explore the for all SAP standard business process flows and roles and responsibilities and test scripts, which can be integrated alongside our customers' own unique process. So by using this SAP best practices, consultant as well as customers can access the SAP best practices and the standards. And second thing is guided configuration. Guided configuration nothing but is ready-made configurations. System is already SAP is already providing pre-defined templates. Okay, so with help of for these pre-defined templates, customers can use the SAP system usually. So that is the meaning of this guided configurations. Guided configurations make it easier to consultant and customers to configure their systems, SAP system. The finally SAP activate methodology. So lastly, the SAP Activate methodology is the latest project implementation methodology used to deliver SAP updates and solutions. So in order to deliver to provide the SAP updates and solutions to the customers, okay, so can use this SAP Activate methodology. So now let's discuss the what are the phases. So will be involved in the SAP methodology as well as Activate methodology. So we'll go to just we'll go for so by comparing each one. Okay. First one ASAP methodology. So in ASAP method, first step is the prepare methodology. So it will take time duration of 1 month. Okay. So in the prepare phase, just will plan regarding the project planning and project goals and objectives. So in this phase, project management and planning related activities will happen, where SAP consultant team and the business core team will meet together where core user will give a demonstration about their business process. Meanwhile, consultant team note it down and their process, their own process, then prepare the and mailing the memorandum document to client and take sign off from them. So in this first phase, both teams will be so technical consultant as well as functional consultant will be involved, and so technical business core team will prepare their own strategies and at the same time they will give the demonstration. Meanwhile, so functional culture will prepare the notes and so they will give the own strategies and so finally so they will mail the memorandum of MOM to the document to the client and they will take the sign off finally with client. So coming to the this one activate methodology. So in activate method, first phase is discover. So duration is 1 month. Okay. So for 1 month is only for on-premise. For cloud is 14 days. So in this phase, customers realize that so there is a needful solution for the um, business point of view, and start looking for the right SAP solution to map the business requirement. So in this phase, SAP offers to pre-trial for both cloud and on-premise deployments with free configured best practices and customers. Where business users explore S4 on-premise for 30 days and cloud for 14 days. So, now to discuss all these things. Okay, in first phase, customers will looking for the best of the SAP software. Okay, and once they will looking for the best SAP software, SAP will provide you one demonstration. One is on-premise and on cloud. So for on-premise, it will take 1 month, and then for cloud, it will take 14 days. So finally, a customer will go with any better one. So this is the first discover phase. So coming to the asset methodology, second thing, business blueprint. So it will take 3 months. Okay. So blueprint is nothing but concept will prepare. So as is analysis and to be analysis and the gap analysis documents. So as is means so client information and to be means based on the as is we need to prepare the documents that is known as to be analysis. So difference between this as is and to be is known as gap analysis. So this all will be covered in the business blueprint phase. And coming to the activate methodology, so the second is prepare. So time duration will take 1 week. So in this phase, project management and project related activities will be happen. And what are the objectives and goals? And SAP consult team and business core team will meet together. Similarly, same whatever I discussed in the SF methodology. So second phase, both business core team and uh, consultant will be meet together, and so business core team will prepare their own strategies. And meanwhile, so consultant FA consultant will prepare their own strategies, and they will give uh, their notes to the business core teams, and finally, so they will mail to the client, and so they will take sign up from the client. So this is a prepare phase in the activate methodology. So coming to the third phase in asset methodology, third phase in realization phase. So time duration will take 3 months. So in this phase, so configuration, the entire the realization phase includes configuration part and moreover Scrum Master. Okay. So activate the request standard business process, and functional content will provide the functional specifications to developers, and developers will create and adjust the custom business process and unit testing. So here, functional content will prepare the functional specification and give the developers, and the developers will create the and adjust the custom business process. It means unit testing. And one more thing, Scrum Master. So Scrum Master, I already told you. So for every week, so business Scrum Master will set up meetings. So in order to review the project, and once they review, if there's any issues, and so they will pass information to the users. Okay. Then um, third phase in activate methodology is explore. So time duration it takes 2 to 3 weeks. So consent will start showing the SF standard configuration solution business process to the customers. So consultant will easily gather business requirement as well as identify and close the gaps quickly. See here once this prepare phase is completed, so the explore phase consultant will start showing the SF standard configuration. Whatever they prepared in the configuration based on this prepare phase, they will start showing this process to the customers. Okay, and consultant will easily gather the business requirement as well as if any issues or if any requirements is necessary, they will easily find out in this phase. Then fourth step is in asset method is final preparation. So final preparation will take 3 months. So all testing activities and migration activities and rise activities and cutover activities will be covered in final preparation. So performing the system integration testing, known as SIT testing by the consultant and UAT by the user, and in quality server and end user trainings and prepare pre-go live activities like data migration activities, LSMW, and cutover in LSMW. So there are 14 steps will be in, that is separate topic, and cutover activities. Okay, and all data providing to the developers for uploading in product server. So this is the things will be covered in final preparation. Mainly testing activities and migration activities and cutover activities will be covered in final preparation. So coming to fourth phase in activate methodology, the realization phase. So realization phase will take 3 months. So here Scrum Master will organize the regular stand-up meetings Sorry, I told you wrong. Actually, Scrum Master will not in fourth phase. So Scrum Master will be organized in this regular stand-up meetings with this business side users and activate the required standard business process. And functional consent will provide the functional specifications to developers, and developers will create, adjust, and the custom business process. Here, Scrum Master will conduct the meetings with business users, and if there are any issues, they will inform. And if there are no issues, then pass the information to the user. And so, meanwhile, functional consent will prepare the functional specifications and provide this information to the developers. Based on this, developer will create their own specification and uh, and do the very many testing. And the last phase in this asset methodology, go live or support. So go live support means once you come to the go live support means the project is completed, which means system is ready for doing the day-to-day operations. So end user will start their actual day-to-day business process in production server. Functional technical person will give day-to-day support to the end users if any issues take place in the system. So coming to the fifth phase in accurate methodology. So fifth phase in accurate methodology, accurate methodology deploy phase. It will take 3 months. So performing the system integration test like SIT, consultant by the consultant, and UAT by the end users in production server and quality server, and end user training, and preparing pre-go like activities like data migration activities, control activities, and data providing to the developers for uploading production server. So whatever things you are discussed in the asset methodology in fourth phase, the same thing will be covered in the deploy phase. There is no difference at all. The final phase is run. Okay. In the asset methodology, go live and support final phase. So coming to the accurate methodology, the final phase is run. So run means both are same, but what is different? So run means system ready for doing the day-to-day operations. End user will start their actual day-to-day operations in production server. So functional and as well as technical will give the support to the day-to-day of support to the end users if any in case of any issues arises. So while doing any configurations in the system. So that's it. So this is about ASAP methodology versus accurate methodology. So in the perspective, this project perspective is very important, especially in the interview in which phase you have involved. Okay, what are the phases in the accurate methodology and the ASAP methodology? So in such cases, this is very important. Thank you.